accurately, giving them a little pep talk before the competition in that case, or before an exam. Kind of like in English how we say, go get 'em. We're a little bit more polite. There's a little bit more force behind that fighting. Hence the relationship to my feelings tonight of that nervousness. I need to give myself a little bit of a pep talk to get through this and to make sure that I get my words right. But back to that rallying cry of fighting, and hence the title for this speech of Into the Fight. The key thing to note is that they were using it to encourage someone when going into a battle with something, not someone. So here is my hope for you. Here is what I hope for you as you go into the fight after leaving school. That when you are looking to make the world a better place, that when you're trying to improve the situation around you, that I hope that you focus on fighting that particular issue, that particular, whatever it might be, injustice or that particular situation that you find yourself in. And I hope that you do so by collaborating with others, no matter whether they have a difference of opinion to you, whether they might have annoyed you a little bit, but that you focus on that main goal of fighting against something and bringing a bit more peace into this world. I've had many experiences in my time, both personal and professional, where working with someone, we have a common aim, but we have a very difference of opinion in how to get there. The important thing is that we work together, that we embrace those differences, and that we use them to our strengths. So I hope that you enter into the fight with the attitude of peace and fighting to improve this world, rather than fighting with others. Now, I'm just going to finish. I did say at the beginning that I didn't want to offer you any advice. One of the other reasons I don't is because I think that in months from now or a few years from now, you won't remember what I have said this evening. You'll just hold on to the feelings of this evening, the positive emotions, the positive feelings, which you should. So my advice to you is just meant for this evening and just meant for the next few days and the upcoming weeks, is that I advise you to make the most of this occasion. That it is okay to feel joyous and happy, and it is okay to see yourself as the center of attention for this evening and for prom tomorrow as well. Life can be seen sometimes as one hurdle after another. That as soon as we get over the hurdle of graduating from sixth form, that we then look to the next hurdle of what happens at university. But try not to look too far into the future at the moment. Try to enjoy this moment, try to dwell on the hurdle that you have just overcome, and try to embrace those happy feelings inside so that you can look back and really say that you enjoyed this evening and you enjoyed this time. So in order to help you a little bit with that, ladies and gentlemen, because we haven't already done so, can we please stand and applaud the class of 2023? It is now my pleasure to introduce your head boy and head girl, Abdullah and Alexa.
Just before we start, I'd like to say a massive thank you to both Ms. Tooby and Mr. Halsham for their wonderful speeches.
Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed faculty, proud parents, and of course the class of 2023, we're finally here, graduation. I know for many of us students, this day seemed so far off as we sat through hundreds of hours of lessons, stayed up many nights to study, and wrote our final exams, which 38 of you just finished yesterday. For teachers, This day brings great joy and some disbelief as they watch their students walk across the stage and get their diploma. I'm sure parents are relieved to know that their child has done well, and maybe a little saddened that this chapter of their life is coming to an end. This day is monumental, but would not be possible without all the love and support from our parents and teachers who believed in us and pushed us to do our best.
As we stand here today at the threshold of this new season of life, it's important to reflect back on the past 2 years and consider the challenges we've faced and how we've grown. For many of us, we faced a difficult period during COVID, having to navigate online school and lacked any official experience in testing. It's proved to really be a challenge when we entered sixth form into year 12 and all of our studies were independent and we barely had any experience. However, the period of online school meant that we had to become really self-motivated, which we could see as our studies became a lot more independent. As some of us sat our first official exams in January of last year and faced the reality of exam season, many of us demonstrated the eagerness to succeed and pushed ourselves until we reached that final point, which I believe will be reflected in our final grades come August. Each assignment, test, and project has been a stepping stone towards our personal and intellectual development.
Our year group's dynamic also began to change after we went on the Aventura trip in year 12, as we were forced to view ourselves as a team rather than the individual. We started to learn more about each other, and connections began to form, even if it was just conversations between classes. This growth, arguably more important than our academic success, is why I'm confident that as we go into this next step, we are going to be successful. From signing each other's shirts to the end-of-year water balloon fight, we've begun to see the value in each other. Our camaraderie has sustained us throughout difficult times and amplified our triumphs. The bonds we have forged will undoubtedly endure, even as we disperse onto different paths.
As we embark and scatter, some to home countries and some to new countries, it feels right to consider the aspect of being a third culture kid. Now, I know many of you may not have heard of this term before, but it essentially refers to somebody who's grown up and is living in a country different to that of their home country. For the vast majority of us, we hold a passport different to that of the UAE's, and possibly even a different passport to our parents. It makes the question of where is home extremely difficult to answer, and even raises some questions surrounding our identity, who we are, and how we fit into all of this. The idea of traveling back to your home country may seem daunting, as your high school experience is undoubtedly different to those who live there their whole lives. Or maybe you, just like me, are going to a place that's not your passport country in order to learn and experience new cultures.
Some of you may choose to stay here, finding comfort in what has been home for so long. Being a third culture kid makes the decision of university so much greater than being in your home country. But being a third culture kid also means that we have tools that many others just simply don't have. We are incredible at adapting to environments and learning new cultures. We have new perspectives that others don't have and have learned to appreciate each other and respect differences. This will aid us as we venture into new or familiar territory and need to make new bonds with those that may be different to us. This is an amazing tool that we should not take for granted.
As we bid farewell to high school and begin the next journey, it is normal to feel a mix of excitement and trepidation as we look towards the future. We stand at crossroads with countless possibilities awaiting our exploration. We will have the freedom to be who we want, no longer limited by the confinements of high school. We could study what we want, follow our own careers. Some of us will pursue psychology, business, law, economics, or a range of other amazing subjects. I see a group of talented individuals with passions for their future career sitting in front of me. As each of us begin our own journey, it is important to note that success is not a destination, but a continuous journey.
As the class of 2023 going forward, may we not be remembered as those who missed out on GCSEs or half of the high school experience, but rather those who make a difference. Those who embrace challenge instead of running from them. Those who fight for what they're passionate about. Those who encourage others to pursue their dreams, those who push each other to become the best version of themselves, those who are strong and persevere even throughout adversity. We possess the power to change the future. We are living in a time of great change and unprecedented challenges. The technological advances and injustices in the world mean that our generation should be filled with compassion, understanding, innovation, and leadership. Our voices have the power to transform, so let us speak up and live lives worth following.
As we conclude this chapter of our lives, which honestly feels really weird to say, let us embrace the bittersweet beauty of goodbyes. To our friends who have been with us right from the start, bringing us comfort during the stressful time of exams and sharing way too many inside jokes to count. To our classmates who we sat next to for the last 2 years, with whom we share the burden of a hard exam question that we can just never seem to get right, or the burden of hundreds of exam papers that we've done. To our teachers who prepared us and were patient as we encountered new information and who were gracious when we didn't always get it right. To our family who supports us in every way and have helped make this difficult transition just a little bit easier. Our goodbyes will be hard as we leave behind what we know and head towards the unknown. But let us cherish the memories that we have created and hold dear the lessons that we have held from our teachers, family, and friends. The road ahead may be uncertain, but we have been armed with the knowledge, skills, and resilience to thrive in whatever context we might find ourselves in.
As we step into the unknown, it is important to remember that failure is not the end, but a stepping stone towards success. It is through failure that we grow, learn, and become stronger. We saw this play out as we received our grades that we knew were not our best in January of last year. We all, with the help of teachers and friends, saw our potential and what we could achieve. I've seen us all push ourselves to be the best version that we can be. So don't be afraid to take risks and pursue your dreams, even if they seem daunting or unconventional. We are all completely capable of it. Trust in your abilities and persevere, even when it gets difficult. Remember that every setback is an opportunity to learn, adapt, and come back even stronger.
Class of 2023, we have achieved so much, and you should all be proud of what you've done. We have the power to shape the world, and I have no doubt that each and every one of you will go on to achieve greatness, whether that greatness looks like fighting justice in a courtroom or performing surgeries. As we venture forth into this grand adventure, I want to leave you with a quote. If you enter this world knowing you are loved, and you leave this world knowing the same, then everything that happens in between can be dealt with. This is important and a reminder to keep your loved ones close, as these will be the ones who will help you throughout these uncertain times. Class of 2023, we did it.
Hello, sorry to interrupt our proceedings. Just there are 2 cars that are parked at the front illegally. You're going to get towed. So license plate 587 and 987. I think you need to move your car or your cars are going to get towed. Thank you. I'm sorry for the interruption. Sorry, guys.
In the midst of our individual pursuits, let us not forget the importance of gratitude and giving back. We stand here today celebrating our achievements because of the unwavering support of our family, friends, and educators. They have nurtured us, believed in us, and provided us with the tools necessary to succeed. We'd like to acknowledge all of our teachers and parents who poured into us in many different ways and have helped shape us into the people that we are today. We would not be here without the support of our teachers and parents. Let's give them a round of applause. A specific thank you should be given to all of our form tutors who have mentored us and have helped us navigate these past 2 years. Mr. Bellet, Mr. Cullen, Mr. Kazan, Mr. Karaglan, Mr. and Mrs. Day, we ask you to come up and receive a small gift.
We would also like to thank Mr. Hausham for turning us into the mature young men and women we are today. He challenged us to consider more than just ourselves and to view the bigger picture. We thank you for the many life lessons you taught us whilst helping us make the most of sixth form, and we invite you onto the stage to collect a small gift.
We would like to give an honorable mention to Miss Singh, who, even though she couldn't join us tonight, has been such an amazing light, guiding us through this difficult process and preparing us for the real world. We cannot express enough of our gratitude for all the effort and time she poured into us. We'd also like to thank Mr. Kelly, who has been behind the scenes making sure that everything is running smoothly so that we can leave Sunmarke with quality experiences. Another thank you that is important is to Miss Tubia, who has guided us through the last 2 years of secondary and has helped us plan all events such as this one. While we've had our moments, we are all glad that she was there to support us across these 2 years and that she actually dealt with us, because that's not a small thing. So we'd like to invite you to the stage. A final thank you should be given to Dr. Hopkin. As the student leadership team, we cannot be more grateful for everything that Dr. Hopkin has done for us, and ultimately for all the wisdom that he has imparted through his words, actions, and his general outlook on life. Thank you so much for the energy that you poured into us, and we are truly grateful for you setting time aside in your busy and hectic schedule to make us feel connected and heard. Once again, can we give everyone a round of applause?
Thank you, Alexa and Abdullah. Can you guys give them a round of applause? All right, so we're going to take a moment to talk about our Fortis family. So many of our graduating students have been with Fortis for almost all of their formative years. So we're just going to take a moment to recognize that and have a little short video. So our Fortis family could not be possible without the vision of an amazing woman, Mrs. Mankani, our visionary, our matriarch. We're going to ask you to come up on stage, please, join us for a small thank you. much. Mrs. Mankani, thank you. All right, everyone, it is some awards time, all right? So I would like to recognize a few students. Like for the last 2 years, I've been banging on about attendance and attitude to learning. And so I have to take a moment to recognize some students that have been amazing in both. So I'm gonna ask Mr. Hausham to come and help me out. So we're starting with students who've got outstanding attendance for the past 2 years, right? Consistently showing up to school for 2 consecutive years. All right, so attendance, our winners are, and I'm gonna ask you guys to come up on stage. Can I have a drum roll, please? Drew, Lena, Nazim, Noman, and Suwar. Can you come join us on stage, please? Thank you. Well done. Thank you so much, you guys. Thank you. Thank you. All right, next, our next award for students with outstanding attitude to learning. They have been given outstanding attitude to learning by their teachers in all their subjects for the last 2 years in every report card. So that is worth an acknowledgement, yes? No? Yes? Maybe? Yes? All right, let's drum roll. Our winners, Alexa, Benjamin, Lena, Sarah, Sefer, Suar. Woo! Thank you, Iris. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is that time. Certificates, right? Time. That's why we're here. We've been waiting. So I'm going to ask Mr. Ahmed to come up to stage 13A.
Lina Abu Dahir. Norman Ahmed. Natalie Awada. Dhruv Danakar. Ahmed Ala Tabani. Jana El Sharif. Mariam Emara. Caitlin Gannon. Samuel Garcia. Rimon Gumay. Mariam Joji Matthews. Liam Lundell. Lyan Mesmar. Tala Mustafa. Milana Ponomarenko. Ramesa Shoaib. Trinity Wallace.
car, license plate D570. You need to go move your car or it will be towed. Can you please do that now? Thank you.
Katja Abdulatif. Laura Atatre. Jan Shez. Abdullah El Haddad. Ali Jamici. Matias Gonzalez. Suad Khalil. Kashfi Mamtani. Maria Melikian. Kareem Micheli. Valentine Mush. Jaden Naidu. Samay Ramsuma. Danish Shahid. Eva Shawan. Jay Tostovic. Nicole Waber.
Asad Al-Sulaimani. Lana Bobadilla. Iman Bujta. Omar El Khatib. Yahya El Shafay. Kevin Joseph. Hashim Khalil. Ines Mayu. Adina Mohammed. Ayan Nadeem. Zakrilla Naziri. Lily Pataki. Shambhavi Pradhan. Amal Rahman. Kashaya Sami. Nazim Siddiqui. Zaina Shayab. Zahayo Sheikh. Hassan Siddiqui. Iris Clavunu. And Noor Zayed.
Right, Alessandro Abbiati. Hala Alutaibi. Amr Al-Sabuni. Noof Al-Shamari. Fatima Al-Tahan. عبد الرحمن السابق. يوسف حجيج. سعيد كريم لي. أليكسا كالوغ. تلا خليل. نور خان. Katerina Mariusic. Stanley Mather. Rika Maxon. Frano Miladovic. Hadiza Musa. Zaina Zahid.
Sawa Abunabi.
Aka. Mohammed Asaka. Darren Assisi. Sean Baiju. Omar Aldukuri. Sarah Faheen. Ahmed Fariz. Sefa Hashimiasu. Tobias Hussain. Benjamin Lillo. Christopher Lovato. Thea Malik. Amber Rose McCulley. Tanisha Purcell. Alicia Ramon. Costa Romanov. Hamza Zahir.
All right, can we give a big round of applause for our graduate, please, everyone? Well done. I would like to invite to the stage Ms. Higgins for our closing speech, please. Thank you. Welcome on.
Ladies and gentlemen, friends and family, teachers, and most importantly, the graduating Year 13 class of 2023. Dr. Hopkin and Mr. Kelly weren't able to be here tonight, and so the honour of wishing you well and sending you on your way falls to me. On the face of it, it might seem a little bit strange that it's the head of primary who's standing here to witness the culmination of your days in secondary. However, I've been reminded tonight of the privilege that I had of teaching some of you when you were back in Year 6 in Regent. And I'm reminded of the great times that we had in 6A. Mariam, Sean, Noman, Hassan, and Cece, you could always be relied upon to come in and do your very best every single day. Jan, Kareem, and Jaden, you required a little bit more encouragement, but you got there in the end, and you brought so much laughter and fun into the classroom every single day. Noor, you were poised and beautiful from the very beginning. And Leanne, I wish I had held on to some of your artwork because it's going to be worth a fortune in the not-so-distant future. Kashiar, you took a lot longer to conform to my expectations, but we got there in the end, and you brought nothing but respect and kindness. It's an absolute honor for me to be able to share tonight with you, and I'm so proud when I see how much you've all flourished and blossomed. To those of you who don't know me so well, I've witnessed from afar your many achievements and accomplishments. Academic, personal, sporting, creative. And it is a privilege to be here and to share this special occasion with you tonight and to see the love and the respect that you have for each other. When I was asked the title of what I would talk about tonight, I said Back to the Future. And you're much too young to remember the film, although your parents probably aren't, and it's not really about that. Back to the Future refers to the fact that you are now standing and looking in two directions. You're looking back over the many triumphs, mistakes, and memories that you've made over the years, but you're also looking forward to a future that you were envisioning and imagining. It fills me with such pride to think that you were at the end of an era, but you're also just at the beginning of a journey that is yet unknown, and that's what makes it exciting. When I think back to my own school days, there were highs and lows, and I'm sure that that has been your experience here at Sunmarke. For me, my time at school was one of great academic success, but it was also one of excruciating self-doubt, where I constantly compared myself to others and never thought that I was good enough. The person that I am today looks back on that time, and I have a lot more perspective, and I don't have any regrets. I wish I had more self-confidence. I wish I were a little less self-critical, but as I say, no regrets. And I don't mean that by saying I have no regrets, that you can treat people unkindly and not care about it. What I mean is that I reflect rather than dwell on my mistakes. I learn from them, and I do better next time around. So you might find yourselves tonight or in the coming days and weeks reflecting back on your school days here. I think it's fair to say that Sunmarke is the epitome of excellence. You have experienced firsthand everything that a Sunmarke education has to offer. Your teachers have worked tirelessly to instill in you the foundation that goes much further than academics, textbooks, and exams. They have taught you the importance of character, of meaning and purpose, and of being future ready. Abdullah mentioned this in his speech earlier, and I don't think it would be right to be here tonight and not to acknowledge the unprecedented challenges that you have had to face as a cohort with the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic. Like so many students worldwide, you face the disappointment of not being able to sit your exams in Year 11. Yet, it's a testament to your resilience and your adaptability that you persevered, and to your determination and your academic excellence that you have secured places at some of the most prestigious universities around the world. What a remarkable achievement. As you're sitting here today, I urge you to look back and reflect upon the many brilliant times that you have had here, but also on the lessons that you have learned. I urge you to look to the future, embrace the uncertainty that lies ahead with the same determination and focus with which you faced the pandemic. Remember that setbacks are opportunities for growth and for transformation. I know I said that this talk had nothing to do with the film, but there is a quote from a character in it that I think is quite fitting tonight, and it goes like this. Your future hasn't been written yet. Nobody's has. Your future is whatever you make it, so make it a good one. Before I finish, I'd like to acknowledge the unwavering support of your parents and your family. Your constant encouragement, love, and sacrifice has helped to form and to shape the remarkable young men and women that we have here today. I'm sure you're sitting here, having watched everything that's happened on the stage, experiencing a myriad of emotions. You'll have so many memories from childhood, teens, adolescence, and you'll also be facing the future with a mixture of excitement and trepidation. From the bottom of our hearts, thank you for sharing these incredible young men and women with us and for being supportive partners in the formative part of their journey. Before I finish, I'd just like to say, as you embark on the next chapter of your lives, always remember that the beginning is just as important as the destination. Cherish the memories and the friendships that you've made here at Sunmarke, because they will be a constant source of comfort and solace to you when you experience difficult times ahead. Reflect rather than regret. Believe in your abilities and never stop striving for excellence. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the graduating class of 2023.
Just in closing, we're going to spend one last thing, messages from family that were sent through. So we're going to watch a little video from your family. All right?
Hi Caitlin, congratulations, all the very best. We're all super proud of you, we love you.
Congratulations!
Surprise! Dear Frano, we are so proud of you.
You're about to finish this chapter of your life. Get ready to enjoy the next one.
We love you!
Iris, what an amazing journey it's been so far. Wishing you a most rewarding and exciting next phase in your life.
Μπράβο κοριτσάρα μου, τα κατάφερες. Καλή αρχή στην καινούργια σου ζωή.
Мы тебя поздравляем! Ура!
Congratulations, Riker! We love you!
All right, as we come to the end of our graduation, I want to thank you all for coming. One more round of applause for our graduates. And now I'm going to ask our graduates to come and join me on stage for the throwing of our caps. Are we ready? Class of 2023, are you ready? I'm going to count you down. Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready? Yes? All right, here we go. In 3. Go out, Chicago. In 3, 2, 1. Congratulations, everyone!